Drive-In Furious. Fast Fate of the Furious 8.
Yeah, I was surprised I didn't put the 8 in the, like, F8
Yeah.
in the Furious.
Yeah.
And in either the beginning nor the end title.
No, I'm
Yeah.
disappointed because I thought they were going to do that. I mentioned that they were going to do that.
Yeah.
This movie's pretty ridiculous. I mean,
yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like most of them. This one really picked up at the end, I felt, with the last action sequence.
yeah, no, the last
Because it's like,
yeah.
there's like 2 crazy action sequences going on.
Yeah.
There's the one with the, where the submarine is chasing them. And there's the one
On
where,
the plane.
on the plane where, what's his name?
Deckard Shaw and Owen Shaw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
got the baby and he's killing all
yeah. Like Owen Shaw, he
It's
doesn't get to do a whole lot, but like it's cool to see him again though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good to see
Yeah.
him again.
And what I really like about like Deckard Shaw in Furious 7, what does he really do? Like
He doesn't really do too much.
No, he doesn't do too much, right? But there's
the only thing he did was kill Han.
Yeah. There's the one scene though in Furious 7 where he's like, "Oh, my brother who's in a coma.
Right.
I'm gonna avenge you." And then he's just I love this shot where he's just
Yeah.
walking out of the hospital. You just see all the bodies of the guys he's dropped.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my god, like this guy is insane. Like,
Yeah.
and but you got to see that in this movie though.
Yeah, which was cool. Yeah, see that one was, I forget what the story was in that one.
Furious 7.
Yeah, like,
well, they reminded you in this one. They're like they were going after.
they had to
They
fight.
were that.
It was so weird though, because it was like
there's a revenge story that Deckard Shaw is trying to get back at Dom. And the Digimon Hansu or whatever is a terrorist guy who's going after the God's Eye.
Yeah.
And the gang
device.
from the team, the team.
Yeah,
they've been
family.
Enlisted by a secret government organization led by Mr. Nobody to stop the terrorist guy from getting the God's Eye.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but it was like those things had almost nothing to do with each other.
Oh, they had zero to do with each other.
Because it was like, we need to stop. It's like, because you're in on.
We're going to stop terrorist X.
On, let's have them fight Jason Statham. Mm-hmm. You're like, yes. I want to see that. And then it's like, oh, also we got to fight this other guy who's like a cyber terrorist. Like, I don't really care about that.
But I mean, there is a scene where Vin Diesel drives a car into a helicopter. So
yeah, that's when I like that stuff.
Yeah. That's
when I'm back in. Mm-hmm. It's like the high concept action, where it's like, that's something I've never seen.
Want to see a submarine chase a bunch of cars?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so ridiculous.
You want to see Jason Statham and Luke Evans jetpack onto a plane?
It's great.
Yeah.
I thought he was, because when Jason Statham got shot, I'm just like, oh, that was a really crappy death. If that was his death.
I'm like, I'm like, they stopped. Like they basically cut away as soon as he got shot. So I'm like, oh, okay, he's not gone.
Yeah,
he's gonna come back.
Yeah, I mean,
usually the rule is if you don't see the body, they're still alive.
Yeah,
which tends to be true for the most part.
But even if you do see the body, they might still be alive.
Yeah, depending on the series.
Like if you're watching Stranger Things, and I won't talk I want to talk about that in a bit. But but we have to talk about.
We'll talk
the movie we just saw,
since
it's fresher,
fresh in our minds.
It's fresh in our minds.
Yeah, but the prison escape sequence
is fantastic.
Was also fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, he's just it's really good. It's like.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Yeah, Rock goes like full superhero in this one.
No, I'm pretty sure he has super strength.
He basically has super strength in this one, which is great.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Oh, I love that when what is it? When Statham first sees Dom, like when they're on the street in New York, and then Vin Diesel says, "I thought this was gonna be a street fight." I'm just like, yeah, that's funny. That's great. Bringing it back.
Even though he was secretly working with him at that point.
Yeah, no, I think Vin Diesel lost his earthbending powers in this movie. He could have used them. You know what he should have done when Charlize Theron showed up with her car or whatever? She's like, "Oh, and this is why you're gonna listen to me." He should have said, "Funny thing about blackmail is the street always wins." Stops his foot, and then a sinkhole takes her and her car into the ground. That's how the movie should have ended and started. I feel like that's what it should have when they make a how it should have ended for this. I want that to be it. Because he should have done that if he had those powers.
Since he has that power.
Since he has that superpower to stomp on the ground and make parking garages collapse.
Yeah.
How did Statham survive that? Who cares?
It doesn't.
It's basically a comic book.
Wait, wasn't he in that crash? Like, didn't that whole building fall in?
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean,
did they just lock him up after? They're like,
they just locked him up. Yeah,
you better stay in prison.
You better not leave that cell of yours.
Yeah.
And the next,
it's also now that I'm thinking about it, it's also weird. Like, he totally killed Han.
Yeah,
like a couple movies ago.
Yeah.
But now they're like friends.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, I wish there should have been.
I guess it was like, oh, you have a family, right? That's the thing I care about the most.
No, there should have been at least one scene where they first when
Hobbs they didn't bring it up.
No, Hobbs because Hobbs doesn't like him, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
one of them,
I feel like Michelle,
you killed Han.
One of them should have just been just like one scene where he's like, oh, you killed Han. Why do I want to work with this guy? He freaking killed Han. And then Kurt Russell's like, yeah, but like he's our best bet right now.
Yeah, we need him.
You kind of need him like because of his skills, right?
Yeah.
It's not like sometimes you don't.
He wants to take out Charlie.
You're gonna work with people you don't. You're gonna work. You're gonna work with people that you don't like sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but then like after he dies and stuff, they're kind of like, oh man, like that's too bad. Like they're not overly enjoyed about that. They're just like they're kind of like disappointed. Like they feel like kind of like not like angry, but like just kind of like empty about it. Like, That was like that wasn't satisfying. Like I thought I wanted to kill him, but now that he's dead, it really didn't mean it. And then when he comes back, they're like, okay, yeah, I guess this guy's fine if he helped us, right? So that's how.
That's true. That was obvious...
if they focus more on the relationship,
that was an obvious thing that they should have.
Yeah, that could have been there. They could have flushed that out a lot more. The relationship between Deckard and them.
The whole movie, The Rock's like, I'm gonna beat you up, Jason Statham, and Jason Statham's like, nah, I'm gonna beat you up, but they never fight once.
You know what they should do? They go to the road in that Dom and Brian always race on. They say, "Hey man, let's have a fight." They're like smiling. They're like, "Okay." Just zoom out of them, just wailing on each other. That's the end of the movie.
It's like the I am punching your salad. It's like that.
But but it's just them like beating the crap out of each other, and like and you just zoom out of that beautiful like road.
Into and then that just zooms out into like the New York skyline, the lens flare and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
Do they always have to end the movies with them eating like dinner around the table? Like
almost all of them, they end it with that.
Okay,
since
that's just kind of like
it's just like a statement. It's like a little Like
what did we learn today, gang?
The first one didn't end with that because it was that one ends with Dom driving off into the sunset, but like pretty much all the other ones end with that. At least like 5, 6, 7.
Would you watch like a crossover of like okay, I'm just gonna pitch it this way.
Okay.
So freaking we've got you got Freddy and Shaggy and Scooby and Velma and Daphne, and they're in the mystery machine, right? It's like, oh guys, what a great mystery we solved there. Mystery machine blows up, kills all of them, right? It's like, oh no, what's this new bad guy we gotta deal with? It's like, oh no, but it's a mystery. It's like, oh no, but our top mystery solvers are gone. It's like, I got a new team to bring in. We bring in the Fast and Furious crew, and they're gonna solve a mystery. Would you watch that?
Is it like a classic Scooby-Doo mystery?
Yes, it is a classic Scooby-Doo mystery.
There's a monster.
Yes,
who turns out to be Old Man Jenkins.
Yes, it is, but this time it's the Fast and Furious crew trying to stop him. Like imagine you know how they always have like the Goofy Chase server. So it's like a monster, right? But it's like the monster has like maybe like a car or something, or it can like fly, or it's got some kind of weird like. I remember they chase like a Yeti on skis in one episode. You do something like that, but so they have to like chase after the monster in their cars and like. I would watch that. I mean,
okay, if the monster's in a car, then I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah, it's a monster truck.
Or it's a monster car, like either or.
Yeah. The car, the car is the killer.
Well, there's an episode of Scooby-Doo where the mystery machine comes alive and like
no, but it's like a rogue monster truck that kills topples the mystery machine like Han style, and it's like being controlled by Old Man Jenkins or just some nerd or some unsuspecting nerd.
Yeah, it was like it's like a nerd character
who's being neglected and by racers and by
no one thought he could be cool. And so now
that would be good.
He seeks revenge by building a monster car that's actually a monster or whatever. And they gotta stop him.
That's right. That's your movie. That's Speedy 9 right there.
That's the next one. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would watch that. It's the stupidest idea ever.
Yeah. Well, this franchise is
It's true. It's pretty much just nonsense at this point.
What do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
So since I'd say 6, they're trying to do the next big vehicle, right? So because 6 they had the tank chase and they have the plane scene. In 7 they had a helicopter and a drone.
Right.
And this one they had a submarine.
Yeah.
So what's the next big vehicle?
They did train in 5.
In 5, yeah.
They did. What else is there?
Yeah.
They could do spaceship. They haven't gone to space. That's the one place
I saw.
I would be surprised if this series goes. That's the only way you can end. I think that's the only way to kill this series, or to end it and finally be okay, this is the last movie. They're going to space. There's nothing else we could possibly do.
You know what's great? You know Machete and Machete Kills?
Yeah.
Okay, the third one's called Machete Kills in Space.
Really?
And the poster is a guy like a stylized guy in a spacesuit holding a machete.
Yes, that's great.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, that's perfect. I should watch those.
Yeah, no, they look great. But yeah, I think that's because I saw a meme where it was Fast and the Furious 15, and it was like the one scene. I think it was the one scene from Fast 5 where they're standing on the car that's going off the cliff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Dom standing on a car, but there's the Prometheus ship, and it's in space.
I mean,
and you see the Earth below them. It's just
well, they keep doing new fancy tech in each movie, so I feel like that's. Oh, it's almost that's the logical next step is go to space. Mm-hmm. That or you go full Mad Max.
I'm looking at my Star Wars poster and I'm like, what if they run AT-ATs and
shit? Yeah, I don't know what else they could do. They could do a boat of some kind, I guess.
You know what? I want to replace that poster with just a poster, some cool poster of the Battle of Hoth because
this one has Phantom Menace in it.
Yeah, but also I really like the Battle of Hoth. It's really cool.
Everyone liked the Battle of Hoth.
I liked the Battle of Hoth as a kid though. I would watch Empire just so I could watch that scene at the beginning. It was so fun.
It's probably probably the best Rebel space
it's one of the best action set pieces in Star Wars.
The original trilogy, I would say. I mean, I feel the lightsaber fights are generally more emotional and stuff, but that's probably the best war kind of battle.
Yeah, and that's because Gareth Edwards said he wanted to really get that feel in the Scarif fight, and I think he did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I just wish the AT-ATs felt more like really tough. They didn't feel very tough. They blew up
pretty easy.
They blew up, but they weren't AT-ATs. They were AT.
They were a different model.
They were They had like sliding doors and stuff.
Yeah, so
I mean,
I guess they were more vulnerable. But that's the first rule.
Okay, you know what really bothers me?
What?
Okay, one, Scott Eastwood, but two, he says nuclear instead of nuclear.
Does he say nuclear?
He says nuclear. He says nuclear. Nuclear isn't.
I kept forgetting he was in the movie, and then whenever he would like say something, I'm like, all right.
Oh yeah, I guess they needed another car. Like
I guess they needed
they needed a new white lead.
They
needed a new white lead, and Brian died. So
they needed another white guy because they don't have Brian anymore. Yeah, but that would have been perfect to bring in the guy from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, they should have brought Lucas Black.
I would have loved
I totally forgot his character's name, but that would have been
so he's like not a good actor at all.
I don't care. Just
would have been fun to have.
And you could have a cool like part where it's like, oh no, those corners are too tight, and then he's like, relax, guys, I got this.
I'll use my one skill.
And then you can have a cool drifting scene.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll use my one skill that I got from the Tokyo that I got.
Yeah.
So I slip in and out of a southern accent. It's seemingly at will.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie definitely, like, the team definitely, and I said this already, but, like, I said this to you earlier, but it feels like there's a piece missing in the group dynamic, and it's basically just because Brian's gone.
Yeah.
But, like, also, like, Han's gone. Like, he died, like, a few movies ago, or whatever. And, like, Gal Gadot's gone and stuff like that. So, like, I feel like there's not as many...
She got a pretty crappy death. I mean,
it was fine, I guess.
She jumped trying to shoot a guy and
then just died.
Fell into a runway.
Yeah.
And was dead.
But
she
then
didn't have to do that.
Luke Evans did the same thing, but he survived.
Yeah. But I mean, she's Wonder Woman now, so I guess
she's Wonder Woman, so I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
I just mean, like, I feel like... Well, also, like, I was noticing in this one, like, we don't have any really, like, strong female characters anymore. Like, there's Michelle Rodriguez, I guess, but, like, what did she even do in this movie?
She was there.
She was there. She was like, that's not Dom. That's Dom. That's not Dom. Oh, it is Dom.
She's the Dom detector.
Yeah.
she's it's the real Dom. And then just goes, boop, boop, boop. And then it's not Dom. Like, it's just kind of like that's. I want to edit that in like the like a little arrow. Just boop, 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 boop. That's Dom. Like just
like. And like we had the cop chick from 5 came back. But then she was just a damsel in distress, and then she gets killed, and then that's it. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. She was kind of cool in the 5th movie when she was like helping The Rock.
Yeah, no, that was cool. Stuff. Yeah, that was cool. I wish Hobbs was more torn up about. It's like, oh, you killed that's bad.
Yeah, they didn't even the rest of them didn't even get to be sad about her death because like they didn't even know about it until the end of the movie. But by the end of the movie, it's like, oh, but we gotta do our dinner scene, so we can't be sad. We gotta have our happy ending.
My new baby, Scorpion.
Actually, fuck that. They should have had a fucking like funeral for her, or like a like goodbye for her, or like toast to her or some shit, but like no, like have her picture there or something. But like no, they don't care about her apparently.
Yeah, have a picture of like her and I wanted a scene where Dom looks at a picture of Brian and what's her face.
Yeah,
and their kid.
Like in the or yeah, that's true.
And it's just kind of like. Oh, family ain't what it wants.
Family.
We saw family, you know.
Let's name him after his Uncle Brian or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was nice, I guess.
Name it was after his Uncle Paul Walker.
I was thinking, I wonder if I was thinking it was either going to be Brian or Paul, but I was wondering if he was going to be, oh, we don't have a name for him yet. It's like,
we'll call him Tom after myself, because I'm the best. That's what you should have said.
But I was wondering if he's going to be like, I've always kind of liked the name Paul. Because, Paul, we're still sad about it.
Name him after your dad. Tiberius? What? No way. Let's just call him Jim.
Let's call him Jim.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna go be Thor now.
That's Thor and Zoe.
Oh yeah, Zoe from.
Those are his parents. Those are.
She's also in
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a
You know what I just realized?
What?
Okay, so the Thor Ragnarok trailer.
Yeah.
You know what song it uses? The immigrant song. And then this.
Land, the ice and snow.
But there's a part where in that song where it's like, it's because I can't remember. I don't remember all the lyrics, but it's like there's a part where they talk about Valhalla, and I think it's like it's sort of relating to like who are the Norse who the Vikings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh right, because Thor is Norse mythology. I forgot about that. That's cool. That makes sense why that song's there, and it's not just because Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
That's clever. Yeah. Good work, trailer guy.
No, I am excited for that. I think Thor Ragnarok's
it looks so good.
It's the first Thor movie I've been excited for since the first Thor movie.
The first Thor movie. Yeah. The second one I was excited for Loki.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, 2013 is like kind of like it's just like you want to see some subpar Marvel films. Yeah. Here you go. Guess who scored both of them? Brian Tyler.
I think that was also like the point where we were like, oh man, was the Avengers the peak of the Marvel movies?
And then 2014 comes out.
And it's like,
by the way, it's not. Because Captain America just kicked a guy off of a boat, and it was amazing. Like, also, he just threw a knife into a guy's hand who was trying to trip a fire alarm. Like, that's where I'm just like, oh shit, this is awesome. Like,
and we're gonna make 70s music cool again with Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I freaking love, Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, Marvel.
You keep doing Marvel.
So that's because because there's some. I feel like Marvel is like it's got like this reputation of like people will either love all the Marvel movies or hate all the Marvel movies, where it's just like
I don't think
no, but I feel like there's like certain film people out there who are like Marvel isn't real film. It's just
Marvel's just entertainment.
It's just but like some of them are actually pretty well made.
Yeah, and I know it's kind of cheating because to say like, oh, it's cool how the characters develop over multiple movies. It's like, but you should be able to develop them in one movie because that's what everyone else does.
Yeah.
But like,
it's cool to see though.
I feel like there's more potential in like the storytelling when you have like this
Captain America has such
story,
a cool. He has such a cool 3-movie arc.
Especially with Captain America.
I think Thor needs. I think the third one they could do a really solid like. What does he learn in the second movie?
Nothing.
Exactly.
He learns that he likes what's her name, Natalie Portman, but like we already knew that.
Yeah.
So
I think Iron Man is interesting because the first, not because of Iron Man 3, but because of Civil War. Because the first Iron Man is like I'm an asshole and now I'm not, and then Iron Man 2 is like I'm still kind of an asshole.
But now I'm not.
I'm gonna try to be better, and then Iron Man 3 is like I'm still kind of an asshole. I'm trying to be better. Look, and I don't even want to be Iron Man anymore. Like, look at that. Age of Ultron. It's like I'm really cocky, basically. And then Civil War is like, you know what? Like, it's basically like him like saying like I'm like I can't change. Like I tried, and this is just who I am. Like,
but it's also like. I need to be
helping
responsible.
People. Yeah, I need to be held accountable for like all of my because I've done a lot of mistakes. Like remember that time I drove a race car for no reason? Like that was messed up. Like I can't do shit like that.
Yeah.
And like I gotta be put in check. Like and that's pretty like it's a really mature move for him. I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and so like that's interesting to see like where is that gonna go in the next kind of story, you know?
Yeah, I want to see what he's like in the new what is it, Spider-Man. I hope he doesn't get too Sony'd. I want him to be good.
Yeah, so like with Thor, but like with Thor, this is the second like the only other interesting thing that's happened to his character where he loses his hammer.
Yeah.
Because then the question is like, can he be worthy without the thing that makes him cool, like the thing that makes him win, like can he still
with the Deus Ex Machina, the win button. It's like the win button. It's like you win.
Can he actually be like the mighty? Can he actually be the mighty Thor? Like without the
the Deus Ex Machina hammer.
Exactly. Which is like an actual interesting idea for the character.
Yeah.
And I want to see where they take it.
I want to see where they go with that. It's like, oh, you don't need the hammer to be Thor. Like
it's unlike Iron Man 3 where it's like, oh, I don't need the suits. I am Iron Man. Where it's like, no, you're not.
No, I want to see a scene in Thor Ragnarok where like Hela like basically like is like beats him or like he's in a fight with someone and they basically like beat him like up a lot, right? And so he's got like blood like dripping out of all over his face and stuff. And they're like, then they just beat him to the ground, and they're like, oh, you're not Thor, you're just some guy from Asgard. And then he gets up, he's like, I am Thor, son of Odin, like like he does the freaking Zuko speech, right? Yeah. He's like, I don't need no hammer to show you that I'm a fucking badass, or I don't know, something that's actually well written, right? And then he like kills the guy in like a super badass way, like puts a knife through their head or something like that. I just rips their jaw open. Like just tears their spine out, something awesome, right? And then he's just like, and he's just like, and then it like starts like raining, and there's like the thunder and lightning and stuff, and he's just like screaming at the sky, and he's just like, he can't control the lightning and stuff, but like it's still there, and it's kind of like a symbol of like that's like his power, like that's like he's still got that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The lightning is a symbol of his power, and like
I like
that'd be a cool scene. I mean, I want to see that scene in the movie. I don't know if that scene is exactly going to be there because I'm not writing the movie or directing it, right? But I mean, I want something like that because I want that to, it looks exciting, and I'm and there's going to be the Doctor Strange part, right? I feel like it's going to be like the Quicksilver scene though. Where it's like, we need this one character for this one scene who could probably help us a lot more, but he's only contracted for this one scene.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. It'll be like the Falcon scene in Ant-Man where it's just like the one quick thing.
But it'll be fun. Right. It'll be really good.
No, it'll still be really good.
Fun. Like, I love the Falcon. I love the Falcon Ant-Man fight.
Yeah, that short part that we saw in the like post credits of Doctor Strange was like great. Like it was just fantastic. Yeah. So like more of that. Any more of that will be great.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down.
I hope that we do see Bruce Banner at some point too. Like he's not just Hulk the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to see how Bruce Banner reacts to like futuristic alien technology. And
I want to see him nerd out over Asgard
and all that. And also like. It'd be kind of fine with if like Asgard just like totally gets destroyed and like they don't save it, like
that'd be
just,
fine.
Like the
and
like
you know what
like they save like their people or whatever, but like
and they set up like
they can't live there anymore because
and what if they set up like some like Asgardian like refugee camp on Earth?
Yeah, like they're just
like somewhere,
like they're just stuck on Earth now, like
and they just put them somewhere in like in Canada where there like is just kind of like no. Because there's lots of open space, like it's freaking, it's wide open.
Yeah, they're just living with, they're just living in where were the Vikings from again? Like Norway or something?
Yeah, or they just stick all the Asgardians on Greenland.
Yeah, like they're just living in like cool. In like the North Pole or whatever.
Yeah, and then that can be a thing, right? Where it's like it's like you ever need. In Infinity War, it's like you need an army. We've got all these freaking Asgardians. Yeah. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome?
That'd be sick.
You can bring in that stuff. It's gonna. Like, you have Nick Fury where it's like, it's going to take an army to take out the Thanos or whatever. And then it's like, Thor's like, did you say army? I think I know where we can get one of those. And then, like, they get the freaking...
Yeah.
They get the Asgardians.
That'd be cool. Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah. I like that in the Avengers vs. Mightiest Heroes cartoon where it's like, oh no, there's an alien invasion. We need an army. Oh, what's this? We got all these Ultrons. What are we going to do? We can make them an army. It's like, that's cool. But that's also risky. But also it's the only thing we can do right now. And that's like, all right, we got them all except for this one that's gonna kill all of us.
Yeah.
Except Ultron 5. I thought that was a really cool arc. I mean,
the whole show is fucking great.
Yeah. But I mean,
they did Ultron
I love stuff like that where it's like when you bring in things from before.
Yeah.
Like when it's like this is relevant now. Yes. That always excites me.
Oh yeah, and they were planning more stuff too. I wish that show didn't get canceled. But
and they can mention that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like they do where they're
they're having their shield conversation or whatever, where it's like, oh, it's like you need to do some witty banter. Oh yeah, well, I'm not Thor. Ha ha. We're in the Marvel universe.
Right. Yeah. Remember, we're in the Marvel universe, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I had a thought, but I lost it. What were we gonna? Well, did you want to talk about Stranger?
I want to talk about Stranger Things.
Okay.
Of course. So I got some.
You got some things.
I got some Stranger Things to say. I think that the thing is that with the show is that there's I said this before. There's three main Stranger Things.
Yes.
Where there's the Demogorgon, there's the disappearance of Will, and there's 11, and they're all very connected.
Yeah, they end up being connected.
But they're followed by different people. So the disappearance of Will is more like Winona Ryder and
her son,
and the cop.
And the cop.
And the cop. They're following that.
The kids are
Jonathan and what's her face? Nancy are going after the Demogorgon.
Yes,
and the kids are with 11. They're trying to find Will also, but it's mostly them. Just trying to deal with 11 a lot of the time, and so I thought that was really cool. I think the show, like, it's really good, right? It's always I like when that they kind of have like a falling out at one point. The guys, like Lucas and Mike have a fight. Remember that?
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah,
and that they kind of like break the fellowship, and Dustin's like the only one who actually has this shit together. Dustin's probably the best one.
Yeah, he's the one with the missing tooth.
Yeah. He's probably my favorite. And of the kids, I think Mike's probably the weakest actor.
Which is he the main one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still good.
No, I'm not saying he's not bad. Like, he's actually, like, he's really good, right? I just think everyone else is a lot better.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
definitely the kid with the missing tooth. What's his name again?
Dustin.
Yeah, definitely Dustin. He's probably he's by far the best.
Yeah, he's the best of them. And the actor, I don't know if the actor's actually missing those teeth, or because like I saw him on the actor on like what was it? It was on like. No, it was on Jimmy Fallon. They had all the kids, he had like actual teeth, right? So okay. I don't know if he's actually missing those teeth and he has like false teeth he wears, or
if he like grew them,
or if he made, or if they gave him a thing for it,
or if they gave it to because it's like part of the character too. So they were thinking about that early on. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know.
And the other thing is that, so the point I was getting to is that those are the three main things, right? But I think at the show, the whole thing is really good. But I think it really picks up in episode 7 because that's when everyone starts to work together. Yeah. And it gets really exciting. Yeah. Like,
definitely. Yeah, because like everyone's involved in that because they figure out how everything's like connected. And
it's like it's like oh, they're trying to like build like a sensory deprivation tank. Right. And it's just like why are you keeping this curiosity door locked? Mr. Clark is like watching the thing with like his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the thing. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the like class like
because and they have Mike has a poster for the thing in his basement.
Yeah.
Because that could be that's a reference to the Demogorgon. The fact that the poster is a man without a face and the Demogorgon doesn't have a face.
Right, yeah, so that's true.
It's kind of like an homage. So the monster is kind of like an homage to that, I think.
It's I was watching some video about.
I wish it was practical though.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was practical. Yeah. That would be freaking terrifying to see that thing hanging over Jonathan.
It still looked good though.
Oh no, I know, but like how much because when the alien in like the xenomorph is like putting their like. About to put his mouth over someone's head, it's way more intimidating than a CGI alien. That's why I'm not excited for Covenant at all. As soon as I saw that CGI alien, I'm just like, I'm not.
I thought it was practical. I thought it's all practical still.
It looked very CGI.
Maybe there's a couple parts that were CG.
There's some CG things.
What I'm not excited for is it just looks like...
It looks like Prometheus, but again.
It looks like Prometheus again.
Yeah.
But now
with wheat. But now they have wheat now.
They have wheat now. No, but now there's an alien. Yeah. And to me that sounds like they thought the problem with Prometheus was that it didn't have an alien in it.
The problem was that the trailer asked a bunch of questions, that promised a bunch of answers to questions, and just made you ask more questions.
And then it just asked more, and then it answered those questions with another question.
Yeah.
So it was a story problem. It wasn't that it wasn't aliens in the movie. So
yeah.
I'm guessing, like, it feels like they're just going to do that again, but now there's aliens running around.
So is the alien in Covenant going to be the alien from the end of Prometheus, do you think? Or is it just going to be... No, it's going to be some... No, it's a different one.
It's going to be like...
Because they have the face huggers, and it's coming out of some guy's back, nothing. And, like, who cares? Who even cares?
Yeah, like, it's just, like, there's no, like, idea of how, like, all these movies are connected. Like, I don't think... they have, like, a plan or, like, an anything. Because, like, they keep saying, like, yeah, we're going to do, like, 2 or 3 more of these. It's like, why would you do... No one cares. We just like the first 2 aliens.
Okay, but back to Stranger Things, though.
Yeah.
I really like the cop character.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great. He's one of the best. Also, I really like that Winona Ryder, even though she's, like, a famous actress and stuff, she looks like a mom, though. Like...
That's true,
in that role, and I really like that. And also, I like that and Mike's mom is a little more like glammed up or whatever, but she's like a stay-at-home mom, and so she would be. I feel like she would be able to do that, like, and that's that. It's more 50s based. I think.
Yeah,
like their family dynamic is pretty 50s.
They definitely grew up in the 50s, so like they're like his parents, like, so like that travels over to the 80s, right?
Yeah. So, and there's definitely family dynamics like that. So it kind of makes sense. Like I like the dad character and how he just like is pretty like clueless and kind of like it's like, oh, you can trust the government and stuff like.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Also, I really I think the Jonathan's dad, Lonnie. I think that's really interesting dynamic they threw in there.
What? I forget
he's
that.
He's Jonathan's real dad and Winona Ryder's ex-husband.
Okay, yeah. And he's just kind of like a shithead.
Right? Yeah, he's like an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that made sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, it's a good good show. It's good stuff. Everything you like from the 80s put into one movie.
Oh yeah, something I wanted to it bothered me, but then didn't when I thought about it more. Because like at the end, I thought Jonathan and Nancy were gonna get together. But then they don't, and I'm like, ooh, that's actually interesting because it's like is this like because the thing is that like I've seen the series twice now, and like when when I'm rewatching it, I remember in the first episode. You remember when Dustin's like, "Hey Nancy, do you want a last slice of pizza? Sausage and pepperoni."
Right,
and then she just like closes the door on him.
Yeah.
And then they're talking later, right? He's like, it's like, "Oh, your sister's." He's just like, "Oh, your sister's such a jerk." And it's like, and then Luke's is like, "Yeah, ever since she started dating that guy Steve Harrington." And then Mike's like, "Oh, really? Before like." It hasn't been before that, like kind of saying like pretty much that they've always been kind of like she's always been kind of like a jerk and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why she's kind of like with dating a jerk, right?
Right.
She's kind of a bitch. So, but I'm okay with them being together at the end because even though they're dating at the beginning, even though they're dating at the beginning, they're dating at the end for a different reason.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not just.
And I'm okay with it because not because she had a character arc. So why would she be dating the same guy she was at the beginning of the show? Because he also had a character arc.
Because he had an arc. Yeah, so it does kind of make sense.
And it doesn't happen all at once though, because I know there's the one episode where he actually starts like changing stuff.
Yeah.
But he has a reasonable progression though.
Yeah. And I always like that when like the bully character like turns good later.
Yeah.
Or learns.
He's not necessarily like a bully character though. Like he's
kind of a dickhead though.
But like it's never unreasonable. But like you understand the character motivation. It's not like he's just being an asshole for the sake of
he's not being
an asshole.
Like he's not like his one friend that's just an asshole for no reason.
No, because his friends are like complete like. they're terrible people.
Yeah.
And he says that. It's like, you guys are terrible. It's like why? It's like, oh, you never like Nancy because she's not miserable like you guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's like, I actually want to be with someone who's nice. Like,
right, yeah.
What's wrong with that? They're like, oh, Steve has a heart because they basically don't like dealing with you don't know their family situations. You don't know what they're dealing with. But basically, they probably just like do a lot of sex and drugs and alcohol and stuff because they don't actually know how to process that. So I mean,
yeah.
So they're just shitheads. Like, but I think that's I think that it's really cool. I mean, like when you have 8 episodes instead of like, what is it, like 2 hours? Like you have 8 hours instead of 2 hours. You can flush out everything so much more.
Yeah.
And I think that was done really effectively.
Yeah, and I definitely think that 8 hours is like almost like the perfect one, the perfect amount for like this kind of story where it's like one story, the whole thing.
Yeah, because 13 episodes can drag a bit.
It starts to drag somewhere in like
around the 8th. Around like episodes, like around like the 7th or 8th episode,
it feels
and like even episode like, and then like and episode 10 will be mostly like, I'd say it's most of the time not a lot will happen in like the 10th episode.
Yeah,
of those things.
That's true.
Because they're building it for the last 3 because the last 3 are gonna be like really exciting and where everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, for 8, it's like it's almost perfect. So I'm excited for Defenders because Defenders is only going to be 8. So like they're probably going to tell like a really tight.
Because there's some episodes of Breaking Bad. Like I remember I was watching this one episode of Breaking Bad. I'm just like, almost nothing happened this episode, and I'm really disappointed. And then 2 assassins try to kill Hank. So,
right. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm down. I'm down.
Oh, you saw the Fly then. The Fly.
Yeah, I saw Fly. Yeah.
What did you think of that one?
I thought it was like, I really like all the character building stuff or whatever, but the part when Jesse actually kills the Fly didn't have as much weight on me as I thought as they wanted it to.
Right.
Because it's like they hit it and it falls in slow motion. It's like boom, and I'm like, I didn't become attached to this fly. It was just a fly. Like, it wasn't like a big thing for me. I didn't find it particularly annoying. I found Walter annoying. Like I didn't find.
Yeah.
The fly wasn't the thing that was bothering me in that episode. Like
that's fair. I did like. I still kind of liked it because. I always find it great when your characters are strong enough that you can just have them in a room and that's enough to keep you interested.
No, I like that, but I mean, a lot of it is pretty fillery.
But yeah, some of it's pretty fillery.
There's one,
and it's like the most, and I'm pretty sure they did this on purpose, but it's like the most contrived reason to have a bottle episode like possible.
Yeah, and
but luckily, like the writers are really good. So
I think some of the conversations feel like a little like some of it felt like a little forced for me, where it's like. Well, it's like, oh, what a coincidence that I talked to your girlfriend's dad the night that she died in a bar, like after I killed a guy. Like, how about that? Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. But it's like, isn't that weird that thing happened? And then Jesse's like, yeah, that's weird. And it's like, isn't that? It's like, but it's kind of like a recap thing, and it feels kind of like
that's
like
true.
I already know that it was kind of that it's. I already know that this show's. Divine intervention is really cool. You don't need to tell me it is.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I already know how everything ties. I know everything ties together. You
I know how clever you guys are.
Okay? Yeah. Like with freaking what is it? Like how Jesse starts seeing this girl from his rehab.
Right.
And her brother killed Combo.
Right, yeah.
And it was just some random kid. I didn't like. You don't even like think it's like, oh, that's pretty messed up that that drug lords are now using kids to do their hits. Like that's like, and it's so unsuspecting, right? But then as soon as she said that that they made him kill a guy, I'm just like, ooh,
you're like, ooh,
was it that? That's really cool. And like, and the frickin' when so I think I like the 12th episode of season 3 better than the 13th.
Which one was the finale of that one?
The 13th, basically, because the 12th episode, at the end, Jesse's like he hasn't done drugs in like all season, right? But he crushes some like blue stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like snorts it up, and then he pulls out his freaking Desert Eagle, and he gets into a standoff with the two guys who killed because they killed the kid because because they had like a big like negotiation or whatever, like, oh, no more kids, right? And they kill them just to piss them off, right? They're about to have like a shootout. You're like, I'm pretty sure Jesse, like, they're both, like, everyone here is gonna die, right?
Yeah.
And freaking the two guys get hit by Walter's car.
Oh yeah.
And then Walter like just shoots the one, like, because the one gets completely murdered, like the tires on his neck, right? The other guy is like still kind of alive, so Walter picks up one of their guns and shoots him in the head, and then just says to Jesse, "Run!" And that's and like I'm like, so good.
Yeah,
right?
That one was really good.
That was really good.
What was the one after that?
The one after that is a lot of like just people talking in rooms and stuff, and then at the end, Jesse kills Gale.
Right. Okay.
As like a tactical move, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
That was cool, but I mean, it was
the part where he hits the guys with the car is like so good. Though.
Yeah, the rest because he's like out of nowhere because he's like talking to his It's a really cool cut because Walt is like.
Are they still in?
Walt hears something on TV, and then he's kind of like sitting eating dinner with his family, and then just kind of like it's kind of like you can tell like when he's like sometimes when he like phases out. Mm-hmm. So he's like phasing out, right? And then it cuts and he's like standing at the door of his house. He's like, I have to go. And then he walks out.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's before he hits the guys with his car. Because he just knows Jesse's gonna do something. Because he hears
he's gonna try something,
yeah.
Are they still in the meth lab, like that lab at the end of this season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at the beginning of the first episode of season 4.
You saw that one?
Yeah, I've seen the first 3 episodes. Okay. Not a lot has happened because it's the first 3 episodes. Right?
Yeah.
But the first episode, basically, it's just Jonathan Banks' character. I totally forget his
name. Mike.
Mike. Yeah. So it's just like Mike, Jesse, Walt, and the guy who watches them or whatever.
Right. Yeah. He's like a security guard.
Yeah, the security guard or whatever. Right. They're just kind of sitting there and they really don't know where to go, right? Like where you go from here, and and Walt's like, look, you just let us cook, like we have to start now if you want to make your meet your quota, right? So then the Watcher guy starts making meth because he's like, yo, I know your whole process because I've been watching you,
do this. Yeah,
so I can do this myself, right? And then what's his name? Gus. Gus goes down.
The chicken man.
Yeah, the chicken man. He doesn't say anything. Walter's like trying to justify, look, I just killed him. You know, I knew you were gonna take me off. Like it was him or me, right? Like, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And like trying to justify that death, right? Then Gus takes an X-Acto knife and kills the one guy. I thought that was cool, but I kind of saw it. I saw it coming from a mile away, though.
That's true, but it's still a pretty great moment, especially because like he's like.
Also, it's practical.
Completely silent.
Yeah.
And just fucking.
Yeah.
Like dead, like and like just like completely straight face, like cuts the guy's throat and just like lets it bleed like all over him and stuff. And it's like, that's.
Yeah, no, I love the the practical effect of that because you can see like the separation of flesh.
Yeah,
it's so nasty to look at, and like you can tell and then you see that Walter and Jesse's faces there. It's like this is messed up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then you don't even see Gus for the next 2 episodes. Walter wants to kill him, right?
Yeah.
The beginning of the next episode is him buying a gun from a guy.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, no, Dad said it gets really good though.
Yeah.
Season 4.
Oh, is he still watching?
He's watching his season 5, episode 9.
Oh, okay, so he's like getting close.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and like each season, like it gets more like fucked up too.
Oh, okay.
Like darker. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I definitely have lots of things to say about the finale. So like once you finish the show, we'll do a nothing cast on that.
Or just all of Breaking Bad because.
We'll cover the whole show. I probably forgot.
I watch it in segments because I find because I'll watch maybe every couple of weeks I'll go back to it, or it's just hard to watch a lot of, and
yeah, that's right,
because there's not a lot
because it's slower, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's like
it's not like a it's not like a Stranger Things where every like there's something happening every episode.
Yeah, something exciting happens. Yeah. What is it that because like when I ended, like, because for the last 3 episodes, Hank's story is that he sits around at home and collects rocks. But that's been going on for 3 episodes, right? So finally a guy comes and he's like, "Look, I've got this case.
Right.
It's probably Heisenberg. You should check this out.
Take a look at it." Yeah.
And then he's like, "Nah, I don't want it." And then he just leaves the file there, right? And then at the end of the episode, Hank picks up the file because he's like, "I'm kind of a potato. I really don't like this. I should probably do something." But like, it just took him so long to get there.
I'm kind of a potato.
Think about it.
Yeah. He's like, he sits around for a while.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get back on his feet at least for the season finale, though.
Oh yeah. Like, don't you worry.
Yeah, I feel like he's either gonna find out about Walt like either at the end of the season or like the beginning of the next one. And then the other thing now is that Skylar's like in deep with Walt now. She's like a full accessory, like, and is actually like contributing in money laundering.
Yeah. So right. Like, do they have the
they're I think they did. I watched the episode where they like just bought it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Then it gets crazier and stuff.
Oh,
don't you worry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I love the freaking, what is it? When Seligman explains what money laundering is to Jesse, so the audience can understand it.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah, Saul's a pretty great character. Yeah. That's what he's like trying to get them to buy like a laser tag.
He's trying to get them to buy a nail salon.
Right.
And he uses like Q-tips and other stuff to demonstrate how it works.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, when your drug money is mixed in with this clean local income, you don't notice it.
Yeah.
It can be
because if it's a cash based income, then it's harder to it's easier to hide extra cash.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not like electronically tracked at all. That's really like it's brilliant and illegal.
Yeah,
it happens all the time.
It does happen because it's harder to track. You know?
Mm-hmm. No, organized crime is like really like, it's like in deep like.
Yeah, and it's true, and that's
I think there needs.
That's what Breaking Bad is about,
Yeah.
Organized crime, but that's kind of shitty, and like
how like really like. Kind of
like how
corrupt
like it's all,
the system,
but it's all because of money.
How exploitable the system. It's I guess it all comes down to money. I guess that's kind of the point of the. Is that kind of like the overarching point of the series? Because that's why he starts meth in the first place. He's like, I need money, and then it's like,
that's his goal. The whole series.
His goal, the whole series,
get money so that I can take care of my family.
Yeah, get money,
and so. Like, that's really it. And, like, they make some good points in this series, too. Like, teachers are paid really shitty in the US.
In the US, yeah.
So, like, he wouldn't be able to support his family, which sucks because, he's working. Like, he has a job. He has 2 jobs, and he still can't do it. Like, it's messed up. Got any other thoughts on Breaking Bad's or Stranger Things or whatever? You excited for Stranger Things season 2?
I guess so. I mean, I really liked the first one, so I mean, they just gotta take it as I was telling you before, like they could do with this universe.
Yeah, they could go in any
direction, and it could be. It doesn't have to be like, there's another dimension. Like, it could be like. They could do aliens. They could do aliens if they wanted to. I mean, they could do like.
Yeah, see, that's why I like the show Gravity Falls, because they do like anything. Like it starts with like.
But also, it's very like Rick and Morty type humor. Like, is from what is like just kind of the vibe I'm getting from.
Yeah, it is. It's very. It's really clever and it's self-aware, but it's also like it's got like really interesting mysteries and stuff. But like. They go in like any direction. Like there's there's zombies and there's like monsters and like there's unicorns and there's aliens and there's
the Slender Man
government conspiracies
background
and there's like Illuminati and like like wax figures come to life and like it's got everything and
it's great.
Yeah, it's just it's really great. You should watch it because it's up there with like Avatar: The Last Airbender and like with like shows like that where and your Rick and Morty's and stuff too. Yeah, and like time travel, like they do like everything. It's great.
Well, what's the rest of Rick and Morty season 3 gonna
come out? I believe like from rumors and stuff that I've seen, it's sometime this summer, is what they're thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, that first episode was really great.
No, it was. Yeah. And it kind of sets up the rest to just be like a bunch of stupid adventures.
Yeah. But like there's got to be more stuff coming because like well you saw the end credit part, right? You didn't? Okay. Well,
I might have. I can't remember.
Should I say what it is?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Okay, it's got Tammy. Does that?
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, Tammy's back.
Okay.
She's coming after Rick.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So yeah, like so, there's other things that are happening. There's still more consequences. Like, and this one also
because they blew up the entire Federation.
Yeah, this one touched on like all the major like plot points we've seen so far, except for Evil Morty. He's still out there somewhere. Remember?
Oh, the one who has the eye.
Patch thing?
Yeah. That was great.
I'm guessing he's gonna come back this season because like they've done all the other things almost in like this one episode. All the other like plot points were important, so like I feel like Evil Morty will come back in this season. At least that's my speculation. Yeah, I'll show you that scene after this.
Remember when Beth shoots Mr. Poopy Butthole? He says he's sorry that you didn't have any bad memories of him.
It's me, Mr. Poopy Butthole. Remember from episode 206 or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from that time that Beth shot me.
Like a little cane. He's like a balloon man. He looks like a yeast particle. I mean,
what do you think's gonna happen? Do you think Rick's family is gonna bust him out of prison?
Yeah. Concluding thoughts at all.
Conclusion. Fate of the Furious in the top 8 Fast and Furious movies.
I put it in my top 10.